So now talking a little bit about certifications. So ISO 27001 is an internationally recognized certification. So what does this mean for customers and how does it impact their digital experiences?
So when it comes to things like assurance and accreditations, there's quite a few out there and a lot of good practice and the best practices around the world. Squiz obviously has decided to follow ISO 27001 and get certified in that international standard. And what that means is that as a system that helps us manage the whole organization securely, it provides us with the right, I would say, tools and building blocks and practice so that we can follow these standards and enable us to do things from the beginning to the end, from the top to the ground in the most secure way. So as an example, we take the standard, we follow it, and it helps us to manage things correctly, but it also helps us to manage the changes we make, to consider security in the beginning, to design our software in a way or our platforms in such a way that because we can track, we can measure, we can see how good we do things. I mean, we can use that information in that practice to improve in the next round. It enables us to say, well, when we build software in a certain way, things inevitably might not be as secure or might go wrong. And that feedback loop for continuous improvement comes back into our ISO 27001 secure, certified management system. And that enables us to say, well, next round, we can do a few things a little bit differently, improve. And this way we improve every step of the way when going forward.
Great. And as kind of regulation changes, is there any way that we are held to those standards? Do external auditors come in? How often do you check that we're still maintaining that level of standard?
Yes. So as part of the certifications of ISO 27001, external auditors come in once a year to make sure that all our practices are 100% right. But for us, we don't just wait for an annual check. Because we live and breathe security on a daily basis, we make sure that these improvements, these things, the lessons that we learn through the practice just directly feeds back into our management system and measure it and improve it on a daily basis. So formally, annually, they check us. We also have annual audits that we do ourselves just to make sure that we are prepared for an external or third-party audit. But in practice, it is a continuous thing on a daily basis that we just make sure that we have a feedback loop for security during all our practices.